Poll question, Seton. What are you thinking about, at least for the first hour here?
Yeah, I think for the first hour we might go with how do you pick your bracket.
Okay.
Sort of a classic this time of year.
Okay.
It's a classic.
All right.
There always seem to be new strategies, though.
All right. Let me start with your logic on how you filled out your bracket, Seton.
I often do, and I did big time this year, I will imagine the final call in my head. And so, like, can I hear, like, and Utah State has shocked. Oh, yeah, I can hear that. Yeah. All right, they win. Other times I can't hear it. And I'm just like, I don't.
Well, give me a for instance. You can't hear what?
Like, down goes UConn. Northwestern is advancing.
Okay.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
I don't hear it.
All right. Do you even know who your Final Four is?
Well, I filled my bracket out last night at about 10 o'clock, and this morning, PA Ray asked me, hey, who's your Final Four? And I had already completely forgotten who it was.
All right.
I do know that I have UConn winning.
Okay.
And I think Kansas is in there somewhere.
Ooh. Marvin, your logic and how you filled out your bracket.
You know what? I think the play-by-play guy for the underdog is like, all right, let me think of a good one. Like, okay, so if you're the play-by-play guy from Drake, you go, oh, started from the bottom, now we're here. Drake beats Washington State.
Oh, that's good.
You'll think about something like that.
I like that.
I'm always thinking about those guys that are like, all right, so, okay, Long Beach was a long shot. Now they, like that.
So you go play-by-play guy, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, Seton can hear it in his head. You're already just looking at what sounds the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Like I could see the play-by-play guy. Jim Nance would have been using now Iron Eagle as your main voice there. But okay. All right. That's some good logic there. Sound logic. See what I did with that sound logic. Paulie, do you have any kind of logic filling out your bracket?
Mine's not much better. We have Jay Billis on almost every year before the tournament, and I remember a couple teams that Jay may have mentioned, so I picked Colorado to win a few games, but then I don't remember if it was Colorado or Colorado State he mentioned. I know nothing about either except their colors of their uniforms, and I thought he mentioned something about loving Auburn, but I'm not sure. I just remember that word. So if Jay Billis says a name of a team that I know nothing about, they get a couple extra spots.
I always start at the end and then work my way back because you can call some upsets, but really you're going to win your tournament if you have the overall champion. You got to have that for the most part. I think Adam Sandler one year had 3 of the Final Four, but he didn't have the overall winner and didn't win the bracket challenge. We should be asking Seton's wife, who last year was in the 1 percentile, I think, of what she did with her brackets.
Yeah, she had the Final Four intact. She had it exactly right. She was like one of like 2 people in the whole world. There were news stations calling, what is your strategy? How did you do this? She's like, well, I lived in San Diego for a while, so I picked like all these crazy things.
Not exactly sound logic either, but it was a geographical logic.
Yeah.
That she was saying, I lived here.
Well, I once worked for a radio station near this campus, so I did that.
Yeah, Paul.
But Seton's wife used no basketball logic.
Yes.
Guys like us, me, think, oh, I know a little bit of college basketball. I'm going to make my picks. I rarely do well.
Yeah.
And if you have a random weird picking process, it works.